So what is a grand why? Sounds like a kind of like a silly thing to say, grand why. But I think it depicts it much better than purpose or grand purpose. Because purpose, it's limiting. It's my purpose is to do this. But why? But that's where purpose comes from, is the why. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why don't I do something? Why? What is my why in life? Why am I here? Why am I on this earth? And that's your why. And your why is your grand purpose. Why is it important to have a grand purpose? Because you got to have a goal. And you got to have something out there to strive for. And it can't be just, I hear people say, well, I want the best for my kids. I'm here for my kids. I'm here for my family. Those are good things, but they're not big enough. And before you get on me saying, well, my kids are really important, that's cool. But I don't see a lot of people investing hard in real estate and saving their money and living minimally so that they can retire early and so they can do all these great things and so that they can help their community and so that they can teach kids and they can do all these wonderful things. I don't see them doing that based on, well, I want the best for my kids. If they wanted the best for their kids, they'd be teaching their kids these things. They'd be showing their kids the right direction. They'd be striving for the right direction to learn the right direction so they can show their kids the right direction. Because if they have anxiety, if they're depressed, if they're angry, if they're upset, if they're fighting, if they hate going to their job, and they're not showing their kids how not to do that, they don't really care very much. Not as much as they say they do. So what is your why? And why it's important is because I've never seen anybody, it's been proven that people will not change until there's a big enough reason to change. And so when people come to my real estate class and they say, well, I want to do better and I want to change and I want to grow and I want to learn. I'm like, that's great. I was like, here's a stack of books. This is how you do it. You're going to have to, dude, sell your expensive cars. Maybe work with one vehicle, maybe work with cheaper vehicles. Oh, that $230,000 house, sell that son of a gun, move into an 1,100 square foot house. Like, I don't tell them to do these things, but I kind of want to sometimes. And they're like, but I will. I'll bring up all these different ways that they can do better. And they always have a reason why not to. They're like, I can't do that. I can't do that because I like my house. And I can't do that because I don't have time. And I can't do that because I don't like to read. And I can't do that, and I can't do that, and I can't. And it's like, what can you do? You have to make a change, right? If you want to do better, you have to make a change. And the point of this is they don't have a why. They don't have a grand why. They don't have a good enough reason. They don't have a big enough pain. Pain begots change. So you have to have the pain that's big enough to make the change. So the question you got to answer to yourself is, if you're not doing better every day and if you're not changing, do you have a purpose? Do you have a why? And if you really care about your kids and you don't want them to go through the struggles that you went through, don't make a bunch of money and throw it at them. That's stupid. Show them how to have a better life. But to show them how to have a better life, you gotta know how to have a better life. So you better get a why. You better get a big one.